Welcome to the listening window. This story is called I Took My Mother's Last Phone Call. It's written in simple, natural English to help you improve your listening and speaking skills. Make sure to watch till the end, and if you'd like to read along or practice later, click the link in the description to download the full script and bonus learning materials, including vocabulary, a quiz with answers, and a writing prompt. Let's begin. I remember the exact moment the phone rang. It was a rainy Thursday evening. I had just gotten back from work, soaked from head to toe, and all I wanted was a hot shower and a quiet dinner. But as I was drying my hair, my phone started buzzing on the kitchen counter. "Mom," the screen said at my side. I loved my mother deeply, but her timing was always off. It was like she had a radar that went off the second I needed peace. Still, something about this call made me hesitate. I stood there for a second, then answered. "Hey, Ma," I said, trying to sound cheerful. "Sweetheart." Her voice was softer than usual, almost tired. "Do you have a few minutes?" I paused. "Sure, of course. What's up?" She didn't answer right away. I could hear her breathing, like she was lying down. "I just wanted to hear your voice," she said finally. "It's been a strange day." I moved to the couch, clutching the phone. "Strange how?" There was a silence before she said, "You know that feeling? Like something is ending or beginning, but you don't know which one." I didn't know how to respond, so I joked, "Sounds poetic. Are you starting a novel?" She chuckled, but it sounded hollow. "I'm just tired, but hearing you makes it better." We talked for nearly an hour. She asked about work, about my boyfriend Jake, about the cat. I noticed she didn't talk about herself much, but I didn't press. When we finally hung up, she said something that stuck with me. "I love you, darling. More than you'll ever understand. Thank you for picking up." I replied, "I love you too, Ma. Always." I didn't know it would be the last time I'd hear her voice. The next morning, I woke up to 7 missed calls from my cousin Tara. My stomach dropped. When I called her back, she was crying. "Auntie, she passed away last night." In her sleep. I froze. No. But she called me. She sounded tired, but not sick. She didn't want anyone to worry, Tara said through tears. The doctor said her heart just stopped. Peaceful. No pain. That phone call. The way she'd said goodbye. She knew. I felt my knees go weak. That whole day became a blur. Flights, bags, condolences, flowers, the smell of incense in her apartment. Everything felt surreal. The funeral was small, quiet, just close family and a few friends. I stood by the framed photo of her on the altar, watching the candles flicker. Jake flew in to be with me. He held my hand, and I was grateful. But I also felt a strange kind of distance from everyone, like no one else had been part of that last moment with her. That goodbye was mine alone. A week later, I went back to Mom's apartment to help sort things. I expected it to be difficult, but what I didn't expect was the enveloped IT was tucked inside her favorite book on the bedside table. My name was written in her cursive handwriting on the front. Inside was a letter. My darling girl, if you're reading this, I'm gone. I hope I got to say goodbye properly. I hope you answered when I called. If not, that's okay too. I understand. There's so much I wanted to tell you, but life moves fast, and we forget that time isn't endless. Don't cry for me, love. My life was full because of you. You were my sunshine, even on the days I forgot how to smile. Please take care of yourself. Love boldly. Forgive quickly. Laugh loudly. And when life gets too heavy, remember that I'm still listening. Always, all my love, always, Mom. I sat on her bed, holding the letter, sobbing. I wasn't ready to say goodbye. I wasn't ready for life without her advice, her annoying reminders, her warm voice. And yet, somehow, she made it easier. It's been 8 months since that phone call. I still replay it in my mind sometimes, her voice echoing in my ears. The way she thanked me for answering. It still gives me goosebumps. Sometimes I wonder, what if I hadn't picked up? What if I had let it go to voicemail like I almost did? Would I have ever forgiven myself? That one moment, that one decision. It changed everything. Now, whenever my phone rings and I see a familiar name, I always answer. You never know when it might be the last time. Thank you for listening to this story on the listening window. You can download the complete script, vocabulary list, quiz with answers, and a bonus speaking prompt using the link in the description. If you enjoyed the story, please like and subscribe. Also, tell us in the comments, what would you have done differently at that key moment in the story? We'd love to read your version.